Chapter 1. "It's not fair. I don't know why you have to go," Jacinta grouched. "We've only been back at school for a month." The fair-haired girl and school's former second-best tantrum thrower sat cross-legged on the end of Alice-Miranda's bed, watching as Alice-Miranda packed. The tiny child smiled. "Please don't be cross, Jacinta. It's a wonderful opportunity. Miss Grimm said I should make the most of it, and I know Mummy and Daddy are terribly excited. Besides, I told you ages ago. It's just come forward a couple of weeks, that's all." "You said you were only going for 2 weeks, and now it's much longer," Jacinta griped. Alice-Miranda folded a pair of jeans and placed them neatly at the bottom of her suitcase. Millie rolled over on her bed beside them and propped her elbows under her chin. "Who's going to ride over and visit Miss Hepzibah with me now?" "Don't look at me," said Jacinta, curling her lip. "You know I hate horses, and I certainly won't be going near that pony of yours, Alice-Miranda. He's a nasty little beast." Alice-Miranda grinned. "Bonaparte just has a mind of his own, that's all. And it's only for a month or so, not even the whole term." "But that's forever," Jacinta sighed. "I'm sure Susanna will go riding with you, Millie," Alice-Miranda assured her friend. "And really, Jacinta, I'll be back before you've had time to miss me." "I wish we could come. I'm sure there'll be loads of movie stars and celebrities at the opening party." Jacinta sprang from the bed and sauntered across the floor, as if she was walking a red carpet. Millie looked at her and laughed, then jumped up and pretended that she was taking Jacinta's photograph. "Jacinta, over here, this way, look at me!" Millie ordered like a mini paparazzo. "Gorgeous, amazing, you're a star!" Jacinta smiled and struck a pose with her hand on her hip. "I wish you could both come too," Alice-Miranda said. "Hey," Jacinta's smile turned to a frown as the thought suddenly struck her. "My mother had better not be invited. It's just the sort of thing she loves, a fancy department store being relaunched." "Oh, ugly, ugly, Jacinta, what's with the face?" Millie grimaced. "Those pictures are not going anywhere near the cover of Gloss and Goss." Alice-Miranda giggled. "As if I'd ever want to be on the cover of that rubbish." Jacinta rolled her eyes. "That would mean I was turning into my mother." She launched herself off the make-believe red carpet and onto Millie's bed. "I thought you and your mother were getting on much better," Alice-Miranda commented. "Hasn't she rented a cottage in the village, so she can spend some time with you on the weekends?" "Yes, but I've only seen her once," Jacinta said. "And I haven't been near the cottage, because she's having it repainted. I don't know why she's bothering. It's not as though she's going to come and live here permanently." "At least it's a start," Alice-Miranda smiled. There was a sharp knock at the door. "Hello, girls." Mrs. Howard's voice drifted ahead of her into the room. "Whatever are you doing there, young lady?" she said with a glance at Alice-Miranda's open suitcase. "I thought I'd get a head start," the girl answered. "But you're not off until the weekend, are you?" Mrs. Howard inquired. "I've set aside a couple of hours to do all that for you." "I don't expect you to pack my bags, Mrs. Howard. That wouldn't be fair at all," Alice-Miranda frowned. "Goodness, you don't know where I can get some more just like this one, do you, girls?" Mrs. Howard's eyes wrinkled as her lips turned upwards. "Oh, you wouldn't want that, Howie," Jacinta replied. "If we were all like Alice-Miranda, you'd be completely bored and have nothing to complain about." "Jacinta," Millie rebuked. "Howie doesn't complain about us, do you?" Millie looked up at the housemistress, who rolled her eyes and changed the subject. "I know someone who's going to miss this little one very much." The sturdy woman strode over and pulled a pink cardigan from the tall chest of drawers, folded it with military precision, and placed it into the suitcase. "Oh, Mrs. Howard, of course I'm going to miss you too." Alice-Miranda wrapped her arms around the old woman and rested her head against her tummy. "And what's all that for?" Howie enveloped the child in return. "Just because," Alice-Miranda replied. A plump tear formed in the corner of the housemistress's eye. She tried to blink it away, but it fell heavily onto the top of Alice-Miranda's head. "Mrs. Howard, you're not crying, are you?" Alice-Miranda stepped back and looked up. The older woman snatched a handkerchief from her apron pocket, wiped her eyes and blew her nose noisily. "Oh, goodness no. Hay fever, my dear. I think I need to give this house a good going over. Must be a layer of dust in here." Mrs. Howard glanced around. The room was spotless, its surfaces gleaming. "But you cleaned our room yesterday," Millie said. "I must have missed a spot." Mrs. Howard blew her nose again. "We don't want Alice-Miranda to go either," said Jacinta with a pout. "It's going to be so dull without her. And no one to talk to at bedtime," Millie frowned. "Well, I have a surprise for both of you," Alice-Miranda's voice fizzed.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.